Welcome to Lead with Linnea, where we talk about real leadership for real people in the real world. I'm Linnea Rader, and I've spent 2 decades in public service leadership. From accounting to my current role as the Director of Finance and Human Resources, I've seen pretty much everything. The spectacular successes, the painful failures, and everything in between that makes leadership both challenging and incredibly rewarding. Here's the thing. Leadership is not reserved for people with fancy titles or corner offices. Every single one of us can be a leader in our personal and professional lives. Whether you're managing a team of 50 or just trying to figure out how to navigate office politics, whether you're a frontline worker or sitting around a boardroom table, leadership skills matter. My approach? I skip the fluff and get straight to what really works. You won't find theoretical frameworks or feel-good platitudes here. Instead, you'll get practical, tested strategies from someone who's been in the trenches, made the mistakes, and learned the hard lessons so that you don't have to. Through Lead with Linnea, I provide leadership development training and coaching because I'm passionate about helping people discover their authentic leadership potential. And honestly, some days you need to laugh to keep from crying, and some days you just need someone to tell you the truth about what leadership really looks like. So whether you're listening while you commute, taking a walk, or just need someone to remind you that you've got this, I'm here for you. So let's dive in and talk about what it really takes to lead with authenticity, impact, and maybe a little bit of sanity. Ready? Let's go. How to enjoy the holidays without stress. A recovering perfectionist's guide. Are you overwhelmed by holiday expectations? Here's how to actually enjoy time with family and friends without losing your mind. From someone who became the Bridezilla of Christmas Eve. So let me start with a confession. I love the holidays. Really love them. I love hosting, having friends and family over, the warmth of everyone gathering together under one roof. I'm one of those people who genuinely gets excited about the chaos and the noise and the togetherness. But here's the thing I've learned. Not everyone feels that way. And even those of us who do adore the holidays, there's still moments where the stress creeps in and threatens to steal our joy. Whether it's the pressure to make everything perfect, the anxiety of family dynamics, or the overwhelming to-do list that seems to grow by the hour, the holidays can quickly go from magical to maddening. So, how do we protect the joy while managing the stress? How do we create meaningful moments without losing ourselves in the process? Here's my how to enjoy the holidays without the stress. The gift-giving trap I fall into every year. Every single year I tell myself, I am not going to go overboard with gifts. Every single year, I convince myself I'll keep it simple and reasonable. And every single year, I absolutely do not follow through. Last year, my gift giving went into overdrive. I planned to do 5 decent presents per kid. I ended up with 15 to 20, not including stocking stuffers and Santa gifts. It was insane. I just kept finding things that they would like and buying them. Especially with my kids, I want each gift to be meaningful, to show thought and intention. I want them to feel special and seen. And somehow this noble goal turns into me buying way more than I planned, creating a giant pile of gifts stashed in my bedroom, and then going shopping, forgetting what I've already bought for whom. Then the wrapping becomes its own nightmare because I'm never quite sure when I'm actually done shopping. If I wrap things too early, I might forget what I've already wrapped and accidentally create an unequal gift situation. The struggle is real, people. So my system for managing the gift chaos. But this year, I have a plan. Yes, I know. I say it every year, but stay with me. Lists and pictures are going to be my secret weapons. My kids are making their lists, and I'm keeping detailed notes on who is getting what. Then, here's the key. I'm taking pictures of everything I buy before I wrap it. This means I can wrap gifts as I go, even stocking stuffers, without the panic of forgetting what's already been purchased. And then there's my newest Santa's helper, Claude AI. So whether you use Claude, ChatGPT, Another AI tool, these assistants are incredible for holiday shopping. I give Claude all the details that I have about what I'm looking for: model numbers, brands, specific features, whatever it is. And he finds me the best deals. He even set me up some reminders so that I could check prices during the Black Friday sales. I don't care which AI you use, but I'm telling you, lean into this technology during the holidays. It'll save you time, money, and most importantly, your sanity. When holiday perfectionism takes over, here's something that used to drive me absolutely insane: the state of my house before people arrived. About 4 years ago, I'm running around the house, cleaning, cooking, getting things ready on what was supposed to be a fun, family filled day. Instead, I became the Bridezilla of Christmas Eve, barking orders, feeling overwhelmed, stressed, a hot mess express. I would stress about every detail, yell at my children and husband to get them moving and get out of the way, and basically make myself miserable trying to achieve some impossible standard of domestic perfection. Pretty sure at that point, neither my husband nor my boys felt like hosting Christmas was a good idea. So the moment everything changed, one day it hit me. People aren't coming to evaluate my baseboards. They're coming to spend time together. They're coming for connection, not to inspect my housekeeping. And really, I'm honestly not sure that some aren't inspecting my baseboards. I've just realized I don't care if they are. If that's why they're here, they're going to be really disappointed. Now, don't get me wrong. My house is not a disaster. I hire someone to do a deep clean every 2 weeks, which helps me immensely. But I've let go of the idea that everything needs to be spotless. My house is lived in and loved in, and I would not have it any other way. I wouldn't eat off the floor, but I also don't expect my guests to either. Well, and plus, if you try eating off that floor, my golden retriever, Clyde, he's going to tackle you to get to that food. So don't do that. So this shift in perspective has been huge for my holiday stress levels. Yes, I still tidy up before people come over, but I'm no longer losing sleep over whether the bathroom is pristine enough or if someone will notice the dust on the ceiling fan. Why I always choose to host, even when it's more work. So here's my not so secret strategy for holiday happiness. I host. I love hosting. Christmas Eve, there's usually like 12 to 15 people. Christmas Day, 7 to 11. I love being at my house. When you host, you control the environment. You don't have to coordinate schedules, figure out complicated logistics about who's going where and when. Everyone comes to you. You're in your own space, with your own stuff, on your own turf. I started the tradition back when my kids were little. It made it so nice to not make them leave the house and pull them away from all their new treasures. As they got older, there was at least 1 year when we went to another family member's house for Christmas Eve. It was a great time still. But I enjoyed being at my house and hosting more. Now that my husband plows snow and is on call, if there is a chance of snow, he has to stick pretty close to the house. Traveling would mean we would have to leave him home if it was somewhere else, which would totally not happen. Luckily, everyone gets it and wants him involved, so they help us make it work. Is it more work? Sure. But for me, it's less stress than trying to wrangle my family to multiple locations or adapting to someone else's home and schedule. Plus, I genuinely love it. I love the feeling of opening my home and having it filled with the people that I care about. This year, I keep telling myself I'm going to keep the food simple. I'm not going to over-prepare. I'm not going to make 17 different side dishes when 6 would be plenty. We'll see how that goes. Spoiler, I'll probably still make too much food, but at least I'm aware of the pattern, right? Managing holiday dynamics during the holidays. Now let's talk about the elephant in the room that shows up at many holiday gatherings: drama. The holidays have a unique way of bringing together people who don't always spend a ton of time together throughout the year. And with that proximity comes the potential for judgment, tension, and uncomfortable conversations. We are luckily pretty drama-free at our celebrations. Maybe there's a stray disagreement or a frustrating thing, but overall, they're pretty lovely. But I have seen what happens at others' gatherings: judgment about decisions, comparison about where people are in life, or the crazy idea that discussing politics is a good idea. It's not. setting boundaries without guilt. So this is where boundaries become essential. And I know, setting boundaries with family feels hard. It feels awkward. It can feel downright impossible, especially if you come from a family where boundaries weren't really a thing growing up. But here's what I want you to know. Boundaries aren't mean. They're not selfish. They're actually one of the kindest things that you can do for yourself and your relationships. Before your holiday gatherings, think about what topics are off limits for you. Maybe it's your weight. Maybe it's your career choices, your plan for not having or having kids, your political views, your parenting decisions. Whatever it is, give yourself permission to redirect or shut down conversations that cross those lines. You can do this pretty gently. I appreciate your concern, but I'm not discussing that today. Let's talk about something else. Or more firmly, that topic isn't up for discussion. How about we talk about literally anything else? You don't owe anyone access to every aspect of your life, even during the holidays. Well, especially during the holidays. The permission you need to hear. So here's what I really want you to take away from this. You have permission to enjoy the holidays in a way that works for you. You have permission to say no to events that drain you, skip traditions that no longer serve you, leave gatherings early if you need to, set boundaries without guilt, let go of perfection in all of its forms, ask for help when you need it, take breaks when you're overwhelmed, create new traditions that fit your current life, and protect your peace, even if it disappoints someone. The holidays are supposed to bring joy, not drain you dry. And sometimes protecting that joy means making choices that other people don't understand or agree with. And that's okay. What actually matters about holiday gatherings? I'm not exactly sure when it all changed. And there's probably still part of me that might worry about getting everything perfect before everyone arrives at times. But I realized what the real purpose of celebrating was about. Yes, there's absolutely the meaning behind Christmas, and that is absolutely important. I'm talking about why we have everyone together. It's not to compare household cleanliness or discuss crazy politics or differences of opinion. It's to see each other, spend time together, chat, laugh, and have a good time together. That's the part that really matters. Finally realizing that has alleviated a lot of the stress. When I focus on the people instead of the presentation, the connection instead of the chaos, the laughter instead of the to-do list, everything shifts. Yes, I still make lists. Yes, I still probably will buy too many gifts and make too much food. Yes, I still want my home to feel welcoming and warm. But I'm learning to hold it all more loosely. I'm learning that the magic isn't in getting everything perfect. It's in the moment when everyone's gathered around the house, talking over each other, laughing. It's in watching my kids' faces light up. It's in the feeling of a full house and a full heart. How to enjoy holidays without stress. So after all this talk about stress and boundaries and letting go of perfection, here's what actually works. Before the holidays, make your gift lists and take photos of what you buy. Define what good enough looks like for your home. Identify your boundary topics ahead of time. And decide what traditions you're keeping versus letting go of. During the holidays, focus on connection over perfection. Use your boundary phrases when needed. Take breaks when you're feeling overwhelmed. And remember why you're gathering in the first place. After the holidays, reflect on what worked and what didn't. Adjust your approach for the next year. And give yourself grace for the imperfect moments. The holidays are going to be imperfect. Your family is going to be imperfect. Your hosting is going to be imperfect. And that's exactly as it should be. So this year, I'm going to use my lists and my AI assistant and my boundaries and all my little tricks to manage the stress. But more than that, I'm going to give myself permission to actually enjoy it. The mess, the chaos, the too many gifts, the slightly burned cookies, the awkward conversations, and yes, even the occasional drama. Because at the end of the day, these are the moments we're making memories from. And I want to remember the joy, not the stress of trying to make everything perfect. So here's to a holiday season filled with presents over perfection, boundaries over burnout, and joy over judgment. Are you struggling with holiday stress and perfectionism? I help leaders set boundaries and let go of impossible standards. Schedule a free coaching session with me today. So how do you manage that holiday stress? What boundaries have you set? Share those in the comments below. Thank you for joining me today on Lead with Linnea. I hope something we talked about resonates with you and gives you a tool you can actually use in your leadership journey. Remember, leadership isn't about being perfect. It's about being intentional, authentic, and willing to keep learning and growing. You're going to face situations you never saw coming, make decisions that feel impossible, and sometimes wonder if you're cut out for this whole leadership thing. It's normal. It's human. And that's exactly why we need leaders like you who are willing to do the hard work. If today's episode sparked some ideas about training or coaching for you or your team, I'd love to hear from you. You can reach me at Linnea at leadwithlinnea.com or give me a call at 269-621-5282. Whether you're looking for one-on-one coaching, team training, or need someone to speak at your next event, let's talk about how we can help you and your people become the leaders your organization needs. You can find more resources, read my blog post, and learn more all about my services at leadwithlinnea.com. As always, carry social kindness with you everywhere you go. This world needs you and your positive mindset. Until next time, keep leading and keep growing.